We're visiting with Crawford head coach Greg Jacobs. Hey, coach, thanks for joining us. Friday night against Celeste, your defense stopped what, at least on film, looked to be a very explosive offense by Celeste. Tell me what your thoughts are about how your defense played.
Well, they went into the ball game knowing they were going to be challenged because they were a very good offensive ball club. They had a 2,000-yard passer and a 1,000-yard rusher, and so they knew that that would be a challenge, and so they really played well. Played very aggressive, played sound fundamentally. They tackled well. We broke on the ball well. Just an overall great defensive effort. We had 2 interceptions that changed the complexion of the game. One of them for a touchdown. So I can't say enough about those kids and how they played on the defensive side.
Hey, Coach, Tom asked you about the defense. I want to ask about the offense. As we were driving up to Alvarado, we remembered, I think it was there last year, you only threw the ball 1 time. I think on Friday night, you ended with 5 passing attempts. Now, maybe the game plan changed a little bit when Torbert went out, but was that kind of your approach going in? Was it was going to be just a heavy dose of running the football?
No, we hang our hat on being able to run the ball. We like to run the ball. That's I think our strength lies there. We're constantly trying to grow in the passing game. Obviously there's opportunities that arise during the course of the game where you utilize the passing game. But the success we were having running the ball really made a big difference. A big thing too is being able to control the clock as much as we can. We really want to control as much time of possession as we can and try to get positive points out of each possession. So, that's kind of our mantra as we go into a ball game. We want to be the controlling portion of the clock and be on our side. And one way to do that, I think, is the run game. But our passing game, we go into a ball game with a game plan to be able to throw the ball. And usually if we need it, we do it. And if we don't, we don't. So I'm going to say that, again, we continue to grow in the passing game. And the better we get, the more extensive we get in that, the better we'll be offensively. So.
Well, I will say when you do pass, you do it quite effectively. The screen pass that you guys threw back to the right sideline to Cameron Walker, is that something that you're kind of scripting in the plays leading up to it? Or is it just a situation where you guys see something on the field and you call that play?
Yeah, most of the time it's situational. We see something that might enhance the opportunity for that play to work. And so, that's usually a situational deal.
We're visiting with Crawford Pirates head coach Greg Jacobs, looking forward to a 2 p.m. kickoff in the 3rd round of the state playoffs. Hey, Coach Jacobs, the families in Crawford who have kids on the football team and the drill team and all this kind of the band and all this kind of thing, they got to get used to having Thanksgiving at home. What is your routine like playing the week of Thanksgiving, this game being on the Friday after Thanksgiving?
Well, we're kind of a creature of habit with our program. We like to do things routinely, but during the course of a number of years, we've been fortunate enough to play, during the week of Thanksgiving. So the kids have pretty much gotten accustomed to a routine when we're not involved in school. And so we try to follow our schedule per se each day, even though we're not in school. We'll have a meeting, we'll have a lift, we'll have a workout. And so the things that we normally do on a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, and so on, we try to follow that routine as much as we can. And the kids are really good at it. They adapt pretty well to it. They understand, and I want them to have an opportunity to spend some time with their family and time away. But they know what they got to get done. They want to get it done. And so it's kind of an exciting time to kind of change the complexion of your routine up a little bit. And it kind of spruces up the mentality of the team, I think. So, even though we're pretty routine in our schedule, we pretty much are able to adapt pretty well during the Thanksgiving week.
Hey, Coach, I wanted to ask, you play a good Italy team this Friday night or Friday afternoon. We'll get to, what you see in Italy here in a little bit, but Tom and I were having a debate on the air on Friday night.
Hey, George, I just want to clarify. It's Italy who's on top of Alvord,
Oh,
42-21.
Okay, I apologize.
And guys, I want to tell you, I think it's pronounced Italy.
I pronounced it Italy.
I know you did.
Yeah.
Tomato.
So we wanted to have you kind of set the record straight for us. How do you pronounce the name of that school?
I've always heard it pronounced Italy. And so that's kind of how I follow it. If you talk to the people there, I think they would pretty much agree. It's just Italy. It's not Italy. It's Italy. So
It's a silent A.
Yeah.
Coach, I was raised in Waco, and I was always taught to call it Italy. So I win the bet with Brian Fonville. Thank you for settling that score.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, what do you got? We look at Italy on film, and we don't have the expert view that you have. But in many ways, they look a lot like Celeste look. They line a lot of athletic guys up at skill positions. They have a big, bruising, tough running back, then they line him up at wide receiver. Same number 2, Barr. It looks a lot to us like Javonte Stevens looked. But what do you see there? What is your challenge going to be today against Italy in the third round of the playoffs?
Well, I think number one, you have to be able to control the run game. I think what makes them good, they're very sound at what they do. Their schemes are very good offensively. They've got good athletic ability at all the skill positions. Their offensive line is very good. There's not a lot of weaknesses on their offense. So being able to control the run game is number one. And then being able to defend as best we can and limit yards after catch in the passing game. We've been fortunate so far this year to do that for the most part. And of course, our big thing is we want to hang our hat on not giving up any explosive plays. And they pride themselves on explosions. Plays that are 25 yards or longer, they've had a lot of success with that. So if we can limit those opportunities there and be sound in our defensive schemes and our run fits and be able to tackle well, then I think, we have an opportunity to be successful in defense.
Very good, Coach. We thank you for your time. This has been our interview with Crawford head coach Greg Jacobs. 2:00 kickoff from Alvarado. Crawford plays Italy in the third round of the Class 2A playoffs. Thank you, Coach, very much.
All right. Thank you.